What's going on YouTube? Darksword255 here, where the numbers may be randomly generated, but the content itself is not, and we are talking some Raid Shadow Legends today. It is the best time of the month, the year, the millennia. It is time for Prism Shards. This week, there are a lot of different shard opening events, especially if you are looking to get Lady Mikage. I already own her, so I can't pop her up here, but if you guys are needing the last couple of epics for that fusion, which my free-to-play account desperately needs, this week is the week to do it. But what's more important is, like I said, the Prism Shard event. Now, I really want this champion. He's very kind of niche. I haven't seen a lot of builds or a lot of people kind of talking about him. I know that Nubs talked slightly, like briefly on him. He seems really cool. I want to use him in Chimera very badly. I feel like he's going to absolutely slap, and I know for a fact that if he could put poisons down, which obviously he does within his kit, that's at least one additional trial. I think it's the lion. It's the lion form that you'll be able to actually progress in Chimera for like that particular trial. So he's actually pretty good. I really like the Sylvan Watch's faction guys. I really would like Furl. Would love to get this champion. He would be a huge game changer for the account. I actually ended up skipping this fusion. Estrid would be another great addition to my particular account. Or even this boy here. Let me tell you, I was trying to grind out for Gold Tag Team Arena. Just so I could get those sweet succulent rewards. And let me tell you, this champion is unbelievably annoying. So would not mind having him, but obviously the goal is to grab Mr. Blade Corister. That would obviously be the goal. That's what we want. We have 865 fragments here, guys. I think that's 20 pulls if my math is right. We have a 2% chance of getting him. Should be interesting. Hopefully, like I said, I already have a pod reg. I actually really hate. I want to let me. Okay, well, it won't let me click on him. Oh, okay, nope. It's just really delayed. I already have two of these guys. I really do not like King Cobra. Oh. I really am not. They need to change how this champion works. I would not be happy if I got her. I mean, yeah, I really don't want her. I mean, I think that she's okay, and I say okay in quotes, but maybe another pod reg would be cool, just so I can stack the faction guardians a little bit, or even having a second one of these guys. Just to, like I said, stack the faction guardians would be nice. But let me know, guys. You think we're gonna get 1 legendary, 2 legendaries, 0 legendaries? You'll have to let me know down in the comments below, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? You guys are missing out on some of the dankest of all content that Raid has to offer by not being a sub here. Let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. So we are going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 10 pull first, and then I'm going to pull singles. We should have plenty of room. So we're going to do a 10 pull first, just to rip the band-aid off, and then we're going to do single pulls from there. And let's, I have my favorite drink of choice, Celsius. Celsius, sponsor me, please. That'd be great. We have the Parade of Orange Jesus, and let's hope that we get an unbelievable pulls here, guys. But they are called scam shards for a reason, so let's find out. Do you want to know how to become a whale in Raid Shadow Legends at a fraction of the cost? Start using Apptoid. You can get Apptoid by using my download link below. You can get back 5% of what you purchased, but an additional 5% using my personal code, meaning you get 10% pretty quick math back. Apptoid is 100% fast and safe. First, install or update Raid Shadow Legends via Apptoid. Second is to install the Apptoid wallet. Lastly, go to settings, click on promo codes, and enter code SWORD, and enjoy your bonuses every time you make a purchase within Raid. Pretty easy, right? Now, back to the video. Ironically, like there's a couple champions in here. There's at least 2 champions from here. Luquin and Enda. They are both a part of the Lady Mikage fusion. So like, you know, if you get like a shard from the tournaments, it's actually worth, in my eyes, if you don't have, you know, this guy and where is he? And him, like both of those champions, if you're missing them, like it might be worth you pulling because you have a 94% chance of getting them. Like I just pulled 10 and got all epics, which of course, okay. Let's go ahead, guys. Get me a little bit of a drum roll. I'm clapping instead of doing a drum roll. And let's see how lucky we get here. We're just gonna do a single pulls here. So we have a 6% chance of getting a legendary, and we have out of that 6% chance, we have a 2% chance of getting the headliner. All right. I really hope that we're not gonna pay the epic tax. At least give me like 1 legendary, right? Oh, I literally said that. Oh my fluffing floof. There's oh my god. Let's go. Okay. My luck with pulling these, dude. I got Khalif and now I have this guy and I got Teox. I got Teox. Oh my god. Like from doing this. This is insanity. Hold on, I gotta take a screenshot of this real quick. Holy shite. This is insane, dude. I got the 2% chance. Holy shit. Hold on. We gotta send this to everybody. Anyways, wow, I'm really excited. I will do a full dive video into this guy. Probably will come out in a couple days. Definitely in a couple days. I want to play around with him. Make a video on him. This is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. So excited. I'll jump into a team that I think would be good in a little bit, but let's go ahead and pull these last 9 shards, guys. Let's see if we can get more legendaries. And like, since we obviously now we cannot get the headliner because we got the headliner, let's really hope for one of these. We get Furl, Estridge, or Glaciate. Let's go. Boom. Dude, it's every single time that it takes a second to load. Let me know, guys, if you're the same way if you're pulling shards. Like, if you pull shards, do you just like see it like loading for a while and you're like, you know, you just get like really like enthusiastic? I think we're just gonna get that 1 legendary, which honestly I can't complain, dude. Like that's literally the champion I wanted. Like that's literally the champion that I was like just shooting for the sky for. All right, guys, we have 4 chances left. I think you'll have to let me know, guys. I think that we will get another legendary, but I could be wrong. You know, so far so good. Let's go ahead and pull these last 4 shards and hope that at least one of them is a legendary. All right, so far we are being let down. Okay. 2 more shards. 2 more. We're just going to take a quick little sipsy. Pray to the orange Jesus. Let's go. Okay. Actually, okay, so side note before I pull this last one, I really like her in Faction Wars. So if you guys do not have her, she's a reviver. She speeds up your team. She's pretty, and you know, faction speed crypt by 20%. I actually used her to help finish this the Sylvan Watchers for like 3 of my friends' accounts that I was helping them through Faction Wars, and they just got Lydia, I think like last month, like 3 accounts that I was helping. So she's actually very, very good in Faction Wars. It's probably the only place that she's like good in. We have 1 last pull, guys. Let's see some of that sweet yeller gold. Damn. I want to say that we got scammed. But we got the headliner, which is the, like, out of everything in here, I really really wanted that chance. I like really wanted him. Let's go ahead and quickly look at his abilities here, guys. Just, you know, I'll just do like a quick little dive in. So his A1 attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a stunned debuff for 1 turn, and will ignore 20% of every, will ignore 20% of every target's resistance for each continuous heal on this champion, which is insane. Select the target. So Orchestra of War. If the target is an enemy, decrease the duration of all buffs on all enemies by 1 turn. Ooh, that's nice. Place a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, and an additional 5% poison for 2 turns for each continuous heal on this champion. So you can, like, these buffs cannot be resisted. Then instantly activate all poison debuffs on enemy. Oh my god. So you can just stack him. So you could just stack him full of continuous heals and then just detonate. And it does a ton of poison damage. I do wish that poison had a little bit better of a place in this game. Let's see. If the target is an ally, increase the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn and instantly activates all continuous buffs on all champions. Place a perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns and place a 15%. Oh my god, it's raining continuous buffs. It's raining continuous heals, which is, I think this is really cool. And it's booked down to a 3 turn cooldown. This is cool. The fact that it lowers enemy buffs and also increases the duration. It's kind of like Gwendolyn. I mean, there's a bunch of champions that do this, but this is going to be really cool. Really cool. Let's look at his A3. Attacks 1 enemy before attacking, has a 100% chance of removing all buffs from the target, and places a 60% decrease defense buff and a 25% weaken on 2 turns. Will ignore 20%. Okay, so you don't have to potentially build, like, it looks like a lot of his like main hitting attacks, you don't need to build him with high accuracy because he's just ignoring the resistance. All right, let's look. Removes all buffs from all allies if the target is killed. Well, okay. This buff cannot. Oh, that is cool. I wonder if this will work. When it kills an enemy, I wonder if this counts as Hydra. So if I kill a Hydra head, will this like immediately work? Will ignore 5% of the target's defense for each poison debuff on them. Wow. So on top of this, if he has a ton of poisons down, he's just ignoring 5% for each debuff. I wonder how much this stacks up to. Dude, imagine, I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to because you need at least 2 other people, but imagine using like Cavalex, who just puts down a ton of poisons, like just off the cusp. Like you you literally just can nuke like with a full poison team because of how like he's ignoring so much of the target's defense. If the target is under a provoke debuff, all attacks. Oh my god, I cannot read. I'm sorry, I'm just so dyslexic, guys. If the initial target is under a poison debuff, also attacks all enemies. The damage dealt is proportional to the initial target's max HP. Wow. If the initial target is a boss or a minion, the damage equal to 10%. Oh, well, that's kind of sad. But I mean, dude, I think this is the first time that poisons in this game have been relevant. It's been so long that poisons have been like kind of power crept. Like poison debuff is just not as good as like HP burn or like percent HP attacks, right? But now this champion, he definitely is gonna need a little bit of setup to do. Like you're not gonna really be able to play him with like full auto, but who cares, dude? If you're just doing a ton of damage and like progressing, like the game isn't necessarily meant, you know, the fun part of the game is trying to min-max and like get the highest like out of your account. I cannot wait to try him. I have a bunch of Sylvan watchers that I'm going to be able to build a team with him. First of all, Arvidas, just like Chef Kiss. Elva, obviously him. And if I want to, hold on, I need to, here we go. Yeah, I can make a disgusting, you know, Podreg. I just don't have like really any like super big damage dealers for them, but I think that's okay. I think that I could bring in a couple. Anyways, you guys will have to let me know if you're excited for me to do a champion review of this champion. If you guys, again, have not already subscribed, make sure to go ahead and do that, guys. It helps grow the channel, all your interaction on the videos. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate talking to you and reading your comments and reacting and commenting back and having a dialogue with you guys. Until then, guys, I can't wait to do a review on this guy, and I will see everybody in the next video.